Imagine that you are buying a luxury car. For example, you go to the BMW website, you click Configurator, you choose the paint, wheels, leather color. With each click, you see the price down to the euro. Everything is clear and transparent, and now try to buy a yacht. You go to the Azimut, Sunseeker, Galleon, or Princess website. You see stunning photos, drone videos, people drinking champagne on the stern, but nowhere, absolutely nowhere is there a price. Instead of a buy now button, you see the mysterious find a dealer. Why is that? Is it a conspiracy of silence? Do dealers want to assess your watch first before giving a quote? Or is the yacht industry simply technologically backward? Many of my clients think that prices are hidden to inflate margins depending on whether you're calling from Monaco or Poland. The truth, however, is quite different and much more psychological. In this video, I will take you behind the scenes of this business. I will explain the phenomenon of sticker shock and why dealers are terrified of causing it. I will explain why a regular dishwasher on a yacht costs 2,500 euros instead of 400 euros, and why installing it on your own can be dangerous. You will learn what the cascade of options is and how one decision about air conditioning forces you to spend an additional 20,000 euros. My name is Tomek and I'm here so you don't have to guess. Stay with me until the end because I will show you how to avoid a configuration mistake that will make your dream yacht unsellable on the secondary market. Let's start with the most important question. Why are they hiding prices? The answer lies in human psychology. In luxury goods marketing, it is crucial to avoid sticker shock, the sudden shock of pricing. A yacht is a dream. It's emotions. It's a vision of you and your family in a bay in Croatia. If at this stage you saw the final price, let's say 3 million euros, your logical brain would immediately say, stop. It's too expensive. The shipyards know about this. That's why they use a strategy we call drip pricing, which means pricing in small increments. First, when you call the dealer, you hear the base price. This is the price of the basic version with the smallest engines. This price acts as an anchor. In psychology, the anchoring effect means that the first number you hear becomes a reference point. If you hear 2 million euros, your brain accepts that amount. Later, during conversations, the dealer says, the hydraulic platform is 50,000, the generator is 30,000. Those amounts seem small compared to the 2 million. It's just a small addition, you think. If you saw the amount of 2,800,000 right away, you would run away. But by building the price from the bottom up, brick by brick, you feel like you have control, that you are buying yourself luxury. It's an illusion of control, but it works wonderfully. This is the main reason. The dealer must first build value in your mind before giving you the final bill. Otherwise, you would just be scared off. The second reason for the lack of prices on the internet is purely technical and is called X works. You often ask me, does the dealer in Turkey have better prices than the one in France? The answer is there is one price list from the shipyard, global. The factory price for a yacht ready for transport at the gate of the facility is the same for every dealer worldwide. But a yacht is a gigantic and oversized commodity. If you pick up the boat in Italy close to the factory, you pay for short transport and launching, but the same yacht for the client in the USA or in Asia, it needs to be taken to the port, packed onto a transoceanic ship, to pay for sea freight, cargo insurance, import duties, and local taxes. The difference in the final price between the same yacht in Genoa and in Miami can be $100,000 or $200,000 just because of logistics. Therefore, the shipyard cannot provide a single price on the website. The final price for each customer in the world mathematically means something completely different. Let's now get to the specifics. Since the base price is just a shell, what do you really need to purchase? Let's start with the hydraulic platform. In the price list for yachts around 50 feet, this option is often worth 40 or even 60,000 euros. The client often thinks, I'll not order, I'll jump into the water from the side. That's a mistake. A platform in this class is not a gadget. It's a lift for your tender. Such a raft weighs 400 kilograms. You won't be able to pull it up by hand. Why does it cost 50,000? Because it's not just a piece of plastic. It's an advanced system of stainless steel pantographs. The factory has to embed special structural reinforcements into the hull. If you don't order this during construction of the boat and change your mind in 2 years, adding a platform will be a nightmare. You'll have to cut the laminate and reinforce the hull. The cost will be twice as high. And most importantly, a 20-meter yacht without a hydraulic platform is unsellable on the secondary market. No one wants the poor version of luxury. By saving $50,000 today, you will lose $150,000 upon resale. Another example of an element that seems expensive but is mandatory. Gangway cost about 25,000–30,000 euros. Customers from Northern Europe often say, "Why do I need this? I'll just board from the side." If you plan to sail in the Baltic Sea, that's fine. There are no large tides here, but most large yachts head to the Mediterranean Sea. There, you dock stern to the quay. There is 1.5 meters of water between your yacht and the concrete waterfront. Tides often reach a height of 1 meter. Without a hydraulic gangway, you won't board with dignity, you won't bring in your shoppings, and your family will be terrified of jumping over the water. The gangway is also a matter of safety, and just like with the platform, installation later is invasive and very expensive. A yacht without a gangway in the Mediterranean market can be very problematic to sell. Now the topic that stirs the most emotions: home appliances and electronics. You see in the price list, dishwasher 3,000 euros. You check online, a similar Bosch costs 400 euros. You think that's theft. I'll buy a yacht without appliances. Please don't do that. The floor at home doesn't move. At sea, it does. When the yacht tilts 20 degrees on a wave, the door of the home dishwasher will simply open. This is dangerous. Marine dishwashers have a system, a mechanical lock, and they also have a special water drainage system. It's the same with the television. On a yacht where the walls are windows, the TV must slide out of the furniture on a special lift. The lift mechanism alone costs 2,000 euros. Additionally, there is a special installation distributed throughout the yacht. Then to install it yourself, you'll have to take apart half of the yacht. And to that, you risk what is known as galvanic corrosion. A regular TV poorly connected to the ground can cause the current to eat your drive screws underwater. So you pay for safety. There is one more thing that dealers remain silent about because it is difficult to explain. I call it the options cascade. The systems on the yacht are interconnected. Want air conditioning? Great. It's standard in the main deck, but only there. If you want it in the cabins as well, you have to pay extra. But that's not the end. You might need the tropical version, which costs even more. But efficient air conditioning needs power. A standard generator is too weak. So when ordering the air condition, you need to order an upgraded generator. Suddenly your air conditioner for 20,000 realistically costs you 40,000. And finally, commissioning. The yacht arrives from the factory and requires the installation of many elements. For example, on the flybridge, it's not a car that you just get in and drive. Someone has to assemble it, pour the fluids, calibrate the electronics, start the engines and generators for the first time, and check various devices such as air conditioning and the toilet system on the sea. It's a process that takes 2–3 days and involves people. It costs between 20,000 to 50,000 euros. And guess what? It's never included in the base price. In summary, the yacht market is a minefield for the unprepared. Dealers, by presenting an attractive base price, often do not openly discuss all these dependencies to avoid shocking you with the prices. But the effect is that you buy an underinvested yacht that will be difficult to operate and will depreciate twice as fast. You don't have to go through this alone. I do this professionally. I'm not a dealer who has to push what they have in stock. I have already created many configurations, so I will help you go through the list of options in a way that makes technical and economic sense. I will compare offers from different shipyards for you, but fairly, apples to apples, taking into account the real costs, ex-works logistics, commissioning, platforms, and necessary technical options. I want you to buy a yacht that will bring joy, not frustration. Write to me. Let's set up a conversation before you sign anything. Subscribe to our channel and see you on the water.